Hey y'all, it's Nia. So I was just about to take a nap, and then I was scrolling on Instagram, and I'm like, it's a mental health day. I said, what? I said, I know all about that. I had to make a video real quick. So the reason I'm making this video is because I've dealt with mental health my whole life. Probably starting the age of 5 is probably when my mental health started. Because my parents, like, they were on the verge of getting a divorce. They started fighting in the home all the time. Like, my little baby ass, like, was trying to, like, break up fights all the time. And I just saw, like, a whole bunch of crazy shit, like, at such a young age. And so they got a divorce, like, by the time I was 7. And, when your parents get a divorce, like, it doesn't matter, like, how you feel about it. Like, that's going to hurt you regardless. If you feel like they should stay together or break up, you're going to be hurt by that. Like, it's going to take an emotional toll on you. So that started, like, depression for me, honestly. And fourth grade, oh, very depressing. I had so many friends in third grade. Like, I was lit all the time. I had all the friends. I was in school being bad, living my best life. And then I transferred to this, like, this elementary school in Beechwood. And I didn't have no friends, man. I had one friend. One friend the whole year until the 5th grade. That shit sucked. Fast forward to middle school. My young self. So I had my first heartbreak in middle school or whatever, and that caused me to want to commit suicide. This is when I started trying to take my nighttime medication. What's right here? Yeah, so still on that. We'll talk about that later. So this is when I started taking multiple pills at one time, like maybe 2 or 3 at times, because I was so depressed. I did not want to live. And when you're asleep, you don't feel nothing. You are peaceful. So yeah, I would just pop pills and I would just cry all the time. Fast forward to high school. So me and my mom always have had issues, right? So we would fight all the time, like physically and mentally. Like, she would say some low blows, and then I would say some stuff because you're not about to say something to me, and I'm not gonna say that, okay? I was a teenage girl. Well, I still am a teenager. But anyways, so yeah. So then one night, it was December 26th of 2015. Yeah, 2015. I was in 10th grade. I had just turned 16 because my birthday's December 10th. The Sagittarius gang. Hey, hey, hey. But yeah. So I had just turned 16 and we got into a really, really bad altercation. Had a bite mark really, really freaking big on my shoulder. We really, like, was going at it. Was fighting. And then I had ran away from home for about 2 hours in 0-degree weather. I had on sweatpants, a sweatshirt, and some softball socks. Softball player, whatever, whatever. And so I was hiding and dodging from the whole police department that were looking for me because I didn't want to talk to anybody and I felt like I was going to go to jail. So I was on the run. And then I finally gave myself up. Stupid cops didn't even see me for like 10 minutes. I was standing in the middle of the freaking street. So yeah, they said that if I had stayed outside for any more minutes that I would have froze to death. And they were right. I actually went and behind somebody's house, cuddled up next to a tree, and I was freezing, but I felt very peaceful. Okay, so because of this, I got put in a home where I didn't have a working shower. There was no washer dryer. Couldn't wash clothes. Couldn't wash myself. There was never any food. Like, I was starving. Most of the time, I was starving. Luckily, I have good friends that, well, I had only a few good friends back then that helped, get me food and let me come shower at their house, things like that. I had to stay there for 10 months until one day I heard that there was a court date for me and my mom. I said, "Ooh, well, let me walk over there and see what happens. Maybe I can fix this because I'm tired of staying in this home and I miss my mother." Because being away from your mother at a young teenage age, like it's hard. It's honestly hard. It felt like my mom had died because we had a restraining order. I couldn't talk to her, I couldn't see her, none of that. And it just kind of drives you crazy. And that put me through an extreme depression. And so when things like that happen, it takes an extreme toll on your self-esteem. Man, I just, thinking about how I felt like through all those months, like it just crushed me inside, and it was hard to heal and stay strong because people, even at the school, when I was trying to tell them like what I was going through, they didn't want to listen to me, and they thought I was lying. They're like, "Yeah, whatever, like this girl can't be going through this stuff." I doubt it. Like, huh? So yeah, very, very painful when somebody is telling you, when you're going through all these things that you don't even want to believe yourself is true, is a lie. Like, devastating. I felt very alone, very lonely. Now we're gonna fast forward to 12th grade. Going into 12th grade, this was the summer going into it. It's hit me hard, man. First, ooh. I went to this hotel party, my friend's hotel party, and her brother was there, and thought that was my friend. Thought we were like brother and sister type thing, you know that type of thing. But I ended up being wrong, and stuff went down, and basically, I was sexually assaulted. I don't really tell people about that because it's like, it's embarrassing, and it makes you feel all different types of ways, honestly. And a lot of times in these type of situations, nobody really believes you, and people like to question you all the time. Like, yeah, okay, so like, da 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 da. Like, so that was very heartbreaking. And for any of you guys that have been through that, like, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. That took a lot of healing, and it took a whole lot of love, self-love. The main thing about trying to get over stuff like that is that you have to love yourself first. You have to make sure that you are constantly giving yourself compliments, telling yourself that you love yourself and that it's not your fault and that you will get through this. You have to be strong. You have to be real strong, because this type of thing will break you and it will hit you real hard. But you really can't let it. You can't. So that gave me PTSD, and it increased my anxiety and my depression, which has always been high my whole life. But people don't really know that because I keep a free spirit and I keep heavy. So boom, it was 2 months after this happens, I got in that really bad car accident I was telling you guys about in my other video. And oh man, that messed me up too, because I had a concussion for 8 whole months. And when you have a concussion for a long period of time, it can cause like a very, very high levels of depression, and also it increases anxiety as well. Because you really can't do anything for, like, I couldn't play sports. Sports was my world. That sports has always been my first love. That's my outlet. So I'm like, dang, my life is a whole mess. I'm a whole mess. It's falling apart. What's going on? But the nice thing about the car accident was, though, like every doctor I went to, they said, I don't know how you survived. They said that I should have died. But I came walking. No, actually, I ran. My dumb self ran down the freeway. But I came running out that truck. I could have got hit by a truck, but I didn't. Moral of the story is I survived and I'm living. And I actually appreciate that car accident. Helped me realize that I am worth a lot and that I have a major purpose and I need to go live it. I'm sharing this with you guys because I feel like it's made me such a strong person. And nobody can take away my healing. Nobody can take away my mindset. By the way, nothing that I say to you guys is meant to make you feel bad for me. Honey, I went through some stuff. Like, we all grew through some stuff. And like I said, I want to be able to help as many people as I can. So I'm sure that many of you guys were able to relate to at least something I have said. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.